What is up, guys? And I'm back with more Pokemon Showdown. And this is a random battle. And so I get an Archeops and he gets an Ivysaur. I go for my acrobatics, trying to get it out. He goes for the hidden power. I don't know what it is, but I go for my U-turn, killing it. Then I go into my Snorlax. He goes into his Riolu. He goes for Drain Punch. Then I go for Whirlwind to drag out his Bayleaf. And then he switches back out into his Riolu, and then I go for Return, and then I switch out, I'm pretty sure, into my Arbok, thinking he would go for a fighting type move, which he does. So then I go for a Aqua Tail. Now I'm pretty sure I'm choice specs here, not quite sure, can't tell, anyways. And then he goes into his Ferroseed, and I go into my Weezing. I go for the Fire Blast, he goes for the Stealth Rocks. Fire Blast takes him down. He goes into his Elekid, going for the Thunderbolt. I go for a Sludge Bomb, thinking it would poison it, so it did. And it does pretty good damage. I didn't know he had Psychic. Like, I wrote in the comments, watch right here. I'm like, shit, bro. And I go into my Ferret. I go for Sucker Punch, taking it out. He goes into Bayleaf. Then I go for an Ice Punch, and then he goes for a Reflect. And I go for a Return. And then he goes for Giga Drain. I go for another Return, I think. Yeah, oh no, Ice Punch. And I even have a Expert Belt. Like, how is this not doing a lot? But the Reflect does cut it in half, so it does make sense. But anyways, the Giga Drain takes me out. And then I go into my Vulpix. I go for a Will-O-Wisp. No, Toxic, that's right, yeah, Toxic. He goes for the Leech Seed. I go for a Flamethrower. 2 seconds, and I go for the Flamethrower. That takes it out. I didn't know he had a Shelgon. I was like, oh my god. I go for the Toxic. He goes for a Dragon Dance. And then I go for a... can't remember what I went for. I think I went for... oh, no, it went for Outrage. That killed me. Then the Reflect went out. I went for my Archeops. Go for... Head Smash. I thought that would do more. I should have went with Earthquake, but I didn't. He goes for an Outrage, which takes me out. Then I go to my Snorlax, hoping I would do something, but it goes for another Outrage, but it kills himself because he has Life Orb, and that's pretty much the battle. And now, guys, I will show you another battle right here with whatever his name is. I have a Deoxys attack. He has a Gengar. I didn't know he would try and go for the Hypnosis, but it doesn't really matter. But I thought he would go for a Shadow Ball or something. So I go in, I have the Toxic Orb, so then I get Toxic. Then I go for the Sucker Punch, and that kills him. And then he goes into his Ivysaur. I just went for the U-turn. I don't know why I went for that. I went to Zingzagoon, I should say. He goes for a Hidden Power. And I go for a Extreme Speed. Hopefully I would kill it and stuff, but no, he switches out to his Volbeat. He goes for the Thunderwave. I get Paralyzed Hacks. And then I go for a Belly Drum. I don't know why I went for that. I was stupid on that. He goes for a Bug Buzz. And then I switch into my Standler. I go for a Thunder Wave as well, but I get paralyzed. And then I go for a Sucker Punch, doing quite a bit. Then he goes for his Bug Buzz. I go for a Mega Horn, I think. Oh no, he goes for a Bug Buzz. I go for a Mega Horn, which takes it out with a crit. I was lucky on that. He goes into his Palpito. I hate this thing. Oh, I hated it. But anyways, it goes for Sludge Wave, which takes me out. And I go into my Deoxys attack, I don't know why, but I wanted to get the Spikes and the Stealth Rocks up, just so I can do quite a bit of damage to his next Pokemon, whatever. I had the Focus Sash on that Surf, and then I go for a Fire Punch. I didn't have any other moves, it was that and Thunderbolt, so I had no choice. He goes for a Surf to take out my Deoxys. I go into my Rattata, but that takes it out, so I went with it anyways. I go into my Rhydon. He's a stupid moron. He goes into his Tynamo, thinking I would go for Earthquake, because Dynamon's levitate and shit, so he stays into his Dynamo, goes for Charge Beam, which I'm immune since I'm a ground type. I go for another Aqua Tail. He doesn't know I'm choice spec, so he goes into his Empoleon. I think he did at that point because I kept on using it, but I went for another Aqua Tail because I didn't have anything that really did anything. So Ice Beam almost took me out, and then I used Aqua Tail once again, and he goes for Ice Beam, which kills me. I only have my Raikou left, so I go for Aura Sphere, which almost takes it out, but not enough. He goes for an Ice Beam, does quite a bit, not a lot, but quite a bit, I guess. I go for a T-Bolt. I don't know why I wouldn't go for that before, but anyways, he goes into his Ivysaur. I go for a Aura Sphere, which doesn't do hardly anything. He goes for a Hidden Power. I'm not quite sure what kind of Hidden Power that is, but it doesn't really matter. I go for Thunderbolt just to see which one does more. Thunderbolt is doing more since it has more power, and it's stab too. So I go for a Calm Mind here. I was taking my risk, but that Hidden Power did nothing. So I went for another T-Bolt, which did quite a bit. And I knew I could survive that Hidden Power, and I could take it out with another T-Bolt. So I went with one more T-Bolt, which is Thunderbolt, whatever. Anyways, then he goes into his Palpitoad. I knew I was faster, and Aura Sphere does not miss, so I knew I would win. So that's the other battle. And guys, we actually have another one. Instant replay, there we go. But this guy actually freaking quitted on me. Yeah, I was about to win this, which pisses me off. Anyways, I go for my Fire Blast, he goes for Thunderbolt. I have a Sash. I just get the I had the Stealth Rocks up before, but I go for the Explosion knowing we die eventually. I didn't know that would actually kill his Thundurus, but I go into my Mienshao. He goes into a Spiterack. He flinches, and then I go for a Stone Edge, but that misses as well. He goes for Toxic Spikes. I go for the Swords Dance to raise my attack. He goes for Toxic. Then I go for Stone Edge, which takes him out easily. And then he goes into his Dodrio. I go for High Jump Kick, but he actually goes for Stone Edge first, which doesn't do that much, but I don't know why he went for that. But anyways, he goes into his Kingler, and he goes for a Return, which kills me. I don't know why I went for Sword Stance. Anyways, I went to my Bellsprout. He goes for a Return. I went with Giga Drain because I thought he would be faster and stuff. That KOs it. And look in the comments soon there. I think it's once he puts. Anyways, he sends out his Superior. Oh yeah, right there, right here. Well, blah blah blah. Anyways, he goes for the whatever, and then he quits. The little shit, and that pissed me off up the walls. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment. And if you like more of these Showdown videos, leave it in the comments. Press that like button. Bye.